have with COVID now. So some people, and with the snow. So we had a couple of cancellations, but other than that, we have maybe four openings all day, which
Wow.
is, yeah. And we have a ton of people call, which is nice. Um, but they always ask, are you a walk-in place? Can we just walk in? And especially since COVID, you can't walk in at all
Mhm.
Yeah,
at most places, or you shouldn't be able to. But of course, different places run it different ways. But I find this way to be the most efficient, and
that's
I
what I was
think
gonna I
it's
was
good.
gonna ask you about that walk-in thing, and you like how is that really changed nowadays? I mean, are we talking about like no walk-ins anymore, pretty much?
So for us, I never really did walk-ins, only for new stylists. So if we have fresh stylists that are kind of getting their books up and running, then of course we have time. But appointments are always preferred over walk-ins. So I'm never, like, you'll see barbershops or places try to balance walk-ins with appointments,
Yeah.
and then you get a walk-in like 10 minutes before your appointment comes in, right? And you're like, you're looking at money, pretty much a dollar sign, and you're like,
Right.
oh, I don't want to turn this down because we haven't been busy all day, and I only have 3 appointments, but now the rest of my day's booked, so I might as well fit this one in, right? So then you have your appointment walk in, and he has to wait 15, 20 minutes when he was kind enough to make
To
an
make an
appointment with
appointment.
you. And
Right.
and you're supposed to show pride in that and appreciate that. And that shows, like, to me, it's just kind of disrespectful. And just like when people come in, if they do, like 20 minutes late, I don't take those appointments. I can't, because I'm making my next appointment late, and that's not right.
Yeah, I think I mean, that message, getting that message out there to some folks. I mean, some people just operate on walk-in style of living. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the shop that they're doing this to. It's just about
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, and this has forced us to all be a little more organized, or at least put some stuff on our books. Have a calendar going, or a to-do list or something. I think it's changed us in a lot of crazy ways. But
I
I
think
see.
as we go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't let the beginning of your sentence interrupt it. No, I said it wrong. Uh,
Yeah.
no worries, Ryan. I'll tell you
Mike,
what,
don't
man.
be rude.
I'm not used to this.
Don't
It's
be
gonna-
I'm
rude.
not famous like you guys.
No. This is going to happen a lot. It just
Yeah.
happens through streaming. You get the slight delay, but no, it's no problem at all. I guess what I was going to say is, I see a shop as busy as your shop, and constantly, moving, and you got butts in the seats, which is really, that's what any barbershop wants at the end of the day. But I mean, it's got to be hard to try to balance that, walk-in slash schedule life if you're going to do that like full time. But you're doing it the right way if you have like your new, the folks behind the chair, if they're new to accept that walk-in business, so you don't miss out on it, but they might build their books off of your walk-ins
Sure.
there too. A more established barber or stylist will have, they're booked out for weeks in advance, and they might have cancellations and stuff like that to fill in those gaps. But yeah, we gotta all be a little more organized, treat each other with a little more respect. But there are moments, man, where even me myself, I don't even show you my hair. I'm in dire straits, dire need to get my
You
hair
think you're
cut.
desperate?
Well, yeah. Oh, we're gonna do a
Yeah, we'll
review.
find out
Don't
later.
you worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Thanks for hopping in. Of course, we don't live stream very often on YouTube. So glad for you guys to join. And thank you. Hello to everybody there in the comments. I see All Things Bearded, Vato, Kinsman. I see a lot of great folks. Emo's in here. Mr. Lyons, who just won a giveaway the other day. A lot of great people in here. D-Lump's in here as well. So I really appreciate you guys jumping in. We have with us today, of course, joining us is Liz, or over here.
Here I am.
Liz, of course, is our sales director, or director of sales, as I like to say. She came on a little over a year ago and has made great strides for Detroit Grooming. So I really appreciate, her point of view, also from the industry she came from. So we have a couple of pros here today, and then you have just a guy who did a beard thing once.
Just a guy.
Just a guy. I'm actually I like sitting in a room, and even if it's a digital room with pros. I feel like I get to grow out of it too, and I get to ask questions and learn. I'm super excited for that. So you guys, welcome, and you are welcome to throw questions. Liz, if you want to talk a little bit about Q&A and how that's going to work through the stream.
Yeah, so I think we're just going to kind of jump right in and do some product knowledge. If you guys have any questions about the Detroit grooming products, Ryan's going to speak from his perspective as a professional. He owns a barber shop. We'll do some intros here so you guys can get to know him a little bit more. But yeah, we're ready for it. Let's just jump into
I'm
it.
excited.
Let's jump in. Ryan is not just a great barber, he's just a great guy, and you guys are going to discover that here. You're welcome. He's equivalent to like a perfect pot roast, well seasoned, a great man through and through. But he's got a lot of great knowledge. He's obviously a great inspiration as well, not just to clients sitting in his chair, but team. So these are things we want to kind of pull out as we talk. I do want to start with product knowledge because I think a lot of folks might have some questions about maybe our products or how they apply, or just general questions about tools and stuff like round brush. I mean, does anyone talk about these anymore? So I want to talk about stuff like that.
That's great.
Yeah. Especially now with you getting beard waves. I don't have really. It's coming in. Okay, guys, don't hate on it. It's coming in, but you'll get a beard wave due to the mask pushing down where your chin is, and you might want to figure out how to get rid of it or straighten it maybe later in the night. So it's good to do that because, just like sleeping on your pillow, just like anything else where you're trying to train your mustache, when you put the mask on, it's going to generally train your beard right here to be a certain way. And you want to work that kink out so that your hair is trained that that springiness right here is not how your beard should be, and you want it to be lay a little straighter. So let's start with.
I'm so excited for all of this. I love talking about hair and beards.
And we've got some good questions coming in already.
Can you guys see? Question
you can see. There. All right, I'm gonna be a pro at this, just pinning up all the questions.
All right, let's go with Donald's question real quick here. What is better for fine head hair to style? Fiber gum, pomade, or something else? If I can go first here, Ryan, and you can jump in.
I'll
jump in. Yeah.
Okay. For me, when I look at fine hair or finer hair, you want to use something that's not heavy. That way you still have an appearance of fullness as well. And using things like biotin infused shampoos can help thicken those hair strands as well. And again, give you some texture. And a lot of little things that you can do along the way, like taking biotin internally as well. Again, to help strengthen and thicken those hair strands, because it is the nature of B7 to do that. In terms of product to use in your hair, you want to use something very light. I brought Matte Mud because it's one of Ryan's absolute favorites, and we'll go through some of these. So Matte Mud is a heavier product. It's literally heavy, and it's also mud. So if you think of mud, it's a very heavy product in comparison to some of the other ones. A standard oil-based, like a oil-based pomade, that helps out. It has less of a hold, but still nourishes the hair. So you can go with kind of an oil-based style. But I think, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Ryan, but if you're trying to just, give yourself some fullness or style, something like a texture spray might help. Something like a paste might be a little bit better. But of the utmost importance is drying your hair, like not putting it in wet, because that also causes weight, right?
Okay, so it's kind of, there's multiple facets to this, right? So I have thinning hair, okay? So what you want to use is a product that's more of a matte finish. And a matte finish is going to spread the hair out rather than keep it together. So if you use a heavy hold, I would use a medium to light hold product with a matte finish, because you're going to see also, if you're using a brush and a blow dryer to kind of separate those hairs, you're going to create volume and fullness. in that. So that will automatically fill out the space in between the hair with other hairs, and they won't stand together and look like less hair. But matte mud is one of my favorites, but it's a little tacky and it's just a bit heavy. What I would probably utilize is like the matte paste or the putty.
Yeah, and I think it's a great question, honestly, because a lot of the stuff that you can do for styling doesn't involve the product itself. It involves like your setup, the foundational things that you do with that hair. That can help you do a lot more sometimes than using product or trying to search for that perfect thing. It also might be a mix of a couple of different products. So I'm a huge fan of cocktailing or stacking, and I've done that many times, especially with our goods, of course. Oh, a question for Ryan from D-Lump.
D-Lump, how much do you listen to your clients and how much do you kind of put your own spin on cuts? I feel like a lot of barbers create lines instead of highlighting the natural lines. Oh my gosh, you are so right. I see this all the time, and I talk about like myself, and I just told you guys this on Monday. I call myself the low maintenance barber, right? Because all kinds of barbers edge in lines and cut in lines and make stuff that's not supposed to be there. And during the grow out period, in between haircuts, all of a sudden you look like crappier. All your lines are not sharp because they're put in too low or not natural looking. So when you have a grow out, it immediately within a week you have to go back to your barber or your stylist and get kind of fixed up. So I listen to my clients 100%. Consultation is everything in a service. And if you go into a shop or a salon and you're not getting a good consultation, that's probably like warning number one that it might not be your fit. Because everybody has a fit. Everybody has a personality. Your fit at one shop might not be someone else's cup of tea. So I think for myself, I 100% listen to my clients and get their take on it. But then I also add in my professional advice, which comes with years of experience on how to handle different hairstyles or cowlicks or where I think their line should stay or lay. And then also their lifestyle. You have to figure out a person's lifestyle before you figure out like what their haircut's going to be. Because I don't know, are they going to do their hair every day? Are they going to, get out of my chair and not want to style it the same way? Well, then why would I give them that type of cut or beard trim? I'm not going to make their life more difficult.
It's for the
Good
gram,
question.
Ryan.
Thank
Obviously, it's for the gram.
Right. We have a ton of that too. And
isn't that? I mean, this is something that's prolific throughout barbering as well. I mean, you see a lot of cuts that were specifically for the picture versus the client. So, but I mean, there a lot of credit to you guys in the industry doing this, listening to your clients and that kind of thing. But you guys got to know this as well. I mean, when it comes to the beard, I'll ask Ryan this question. I bet it's going to come up in the comments here. But what kind of detail, what level of detail you need to do a good beard trim? Because even like your eye being outside of that person's body and looking at them, you may have a better idea of how that shape may lay on their face, but they might be used to what something might look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you find that happy medium and you give them what they want, and at the same time a cut you can be proud of. I think again, you guys, big ups to you. You got to balance that crazy balance between the consultation and what as a professional will or will not work. Like, I can't walk in and tell you to cut me up like George Clooney. I mean, I'm really close already.
You are. You're looking just like
image.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to kill the game, since Clooney came on the scene. Yeah. But there are a lot of folks who want something to immediately happen through a haircut or beard trim or something, and it might take a little more in that consultation. And I would say maybe even going back to throw it back to the product stage that we just talked about as well, is that that's foundational. Like, you want to build the foundation first through the consultation versus jumping in and, hey man, just solve this problem and here's this limited amount of detail and don't do anything different. You kind of want to sit there and go back and forth a little bit, and that feedback loop's huge for you guys, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like we have the longest consultation. I sometimes will talk to clients on the phone and they'll be like, oh, what does a haircut include? And I put in consultation in my explanation. And they're like, what do you need a consultation for? That is literally the most important. That is the foundation and building block of a haircut.
Agreed.
If I don't know anything about you and your background and what you do or how you style your hair and what products you use, how am I going to cut your hair? It's not even it's going to be what I want, but that's not what you want. That's not what we're here for. We're here to serve. And then on top of it, when you said about product, that's another huge thing. One of my questions is, what kind of product do you use? What is your day-to-day getting ready like? Are you rushed in the morning? Are you not rushed? Do you kind of relax? Do you use a blow dryer? Do you use a blow dryer on the beard? Have you ever used beard oil, beard butter, beard whip? Do you use product in your hair? What kind? I mean, my consultation is full of all these questions. So it lasts a little bit more than 5 to 10 minutes, but also I stack these questions during our service, which means that people aren't overloaded and overwhelmed with all of these questions. It's kind of like just peppered in to conversation.
Yeah, and that's awesome because it's a natural way. It's just so natural to talk to them and hear them out, because I think I've gone to places before as well, and no knock here at all, because these folks have been in the game for so long, but these old school barbers, like the single chair barber, there's more than a few around
my
here.
favorite.
I'm in the South Line area. Yeah, right. But you go in, and I went in. This was like right when I started Detroit Grooming. So you're talking 2014, early 2014. I'm like, let's do this. I'll go in there. I'll sit in the chair and I'll start talking to him about some goods. Maybe see what happens. A local guy to a local guy. So I tell him what I want for a haircut, and I get his haircut. I don't get my haircut. Sure. He just literally. Yeah. He nodded his head.
It was 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes long. He whipped that out. Why? Because he's doing it 50 years. And he's done that exact same haircut. He knows it like the back of his hand.
Exactly. I mean, I literally, in the middle of me telling him what I want, he was snapping the guard on and going like this. He was
already,
The guy's 75 years old. He's going to whip me out a military cut, and I'm out the door. So very interesting. Oh, we got another question. This is from...
Oh, yeah. No BS beard reviews. You announce it.
Ryan, do you prefer to straighten a beard prior to trimming or leave it natural?
Okie doke. Good question.
Wait, before you answer, wait.
Okay.
I just want to tell you that this question is huge in this community. No. There are people. There's this line drawn, man. This is like, we're talking about war zone style. Okay. There's this line.
What is it over? Where is the line
drawn? Where? Okay. The line is whether you style your beard with the beard product before going and getting it trimmed / trimming it yourself versus doing it natural and dry with nothing in. So I know where I stand on this thing. I stand on the right side of history. Whoever disagrees with what I think.
What's the right side? And then I'll tell you my side.
Okay. For me, I absolutely unequivocally will style my beard before I trim, before I line it up or anything like that, because I need to know what it's going to look like when it's set. So that's how I do it. But there is it is there are people ready to go to war over this. So.
Now, when you style it, do you use product in before the trim?
Oil. I use oil most specifically. I didn't want anything heavier in my beard like butter.
Yeah.
In that moment, I just want oil in there so I can see how the hair will sit while it's absorbed that product. So,
okay, all right, that's legit. That's you're on the right side of history.
He's taking me down right here.
Let's hear it, Ryan.
I'm going to give you the stylist barber point of view. When you come in, I love that people style their beards before they come. It's like going to the dentist and brushing your teeth for the first time before you go to the dentist. I use this analogy all the time because they won't use beard oil at all the whole time, and which is a travesty. And then they'll come to me with beard oil in their beard. I can tell it's still dry. and it's like kind of, you know, pushed around or whatever. And I'm like, did you put in beard oil before your appointment? And then we're like, yes. I said, have you been using it, you know,
Just
often?
call
And
them
they were
out.
like, and they're so shameful. They're like, no, sir. And I'm like, I appreciate that you wear beard oil and you take care of your beard. On the day that you get your beard trimmed, leave it out. Leave it out. You can style it, but leave it out of the beard because it is a nightmare. Because beard hair sticks to all the
Wow.
oil. The oil sticks to the comb and my clippers, and I literally, it's a nightmare. I have, and it's stuck all over everything. And then if you go to a place that doesn't really wash your beard out, you're gonna have hair all over you all day long, and it's gonna be oily hair. And so, just on the day that you get your beard trimmed and you know, taken care of at the barbershop, just leave the product out for the couple hours that you're there, and then we'll style you up. Make sure you leave with some beard butter, beard oil in there, and make sure it's all good and straight. Now, onto that question though, do you prefer to straighten a beard prior to trimming or leave it natural? I would say that I don't. We got into the fad a little bit a couple years ago of that beard straightener. I don't like the beard straightener at all. And that's my preference. You know, everybody has their own preference. I use a small round brush and a blow dryer because most beards, if you're using a straightener, you're going topical, which means that it's not really straightening any of the underneath and the weight of the actual beard. It's just flattening the top. And a lot of times you'll see with people that use the straightener, it'll have like this arc out like this, which is not really like this natural, what a beard looks like naturally. Now, if you want to go for not the true natural look, then cool. But I would say that using a round brush with a blow dryer real quick, and that's something that's super, super simple, and it's like 30 seconds to a minute. But you also have to catch yourself outside of the shower within a few minutes before those hydrogen bonds dry and freeze in place, because you're not going to get the ability to flex those hairs out and stretch the cuticle.
Which is
I hope
super.
that's a good answer.
I wanted to interrupt you I wanted to interrupt you like 90 times because you're on the wrong side of history on the trimming. But I you know, but like I said in the beginning, you know, it's all about the learning and taking, you know, somebody who has a professional viewpoint. You know, like if I'm gonna do some trimming on my own beard, say light trimming, you know, not something heavy or huge, I will style it so I can see like which hair is like twanging off to the side. Oh
man, if you're doing it at home, Mike, do whatever you want.
Dang,
you're getting
Ryan.
hair all over your bathroom anyway. Like, who cares? You're live your life.
See, I told you guys would love him. So more to your point about the hydrogen bonds, not bombs. That's a different stream.
Yeah.
On the hydrogen bonds and where they freeze where they are. This is of key importance for not just, you know, styling, like getting out of the shower and doing that, but it's also a lot of folks, you know, take their showers at night and they get ready in the morning, but they just they throw product in dry. I mean, to me, that's raw. This is why I use like a really cool flowy sprayer like this. You need to rehydrate before
and how
putting
much
that.
Was that?
This was like $1.50 or something crazy. But it's worth the time to get that initial spray, let the water kind of soak in a little bit. You don't, and again, you're not soaking your beard. You're reintroducing the H2O. You're reintroducing that hydrogen. It's going to help carry the product around your face. Never, I say never, but if you put oils and butters in your face and your beard is completely dry, they're going to sit there. Your beard is not going to absorb it in. Right. Yes, it's not going to do anything. And also to your point about the styler or straightening, I spent over $100 on a heated brush because I thought this is going to solve all my problems.
Yeah. The miracle, that I needed. Thank you, Jesus.
that the heated brush is like the movie Rudy. Okay, that's only going to happen once in a bazillion years. The blow dryer and the round brush, the blow dryer round brush, blow dryer military brush.
Oh yeah.
That's the Tom Brady. That you're counting on that. You can hit touchdown passes all the time with something like that. But the moment you slip into some of these like gimmicky implements, I realize even for mine, just what you said. You get to that jawline, and then there's no support behind it. It pushes in, and then you now have created this upswept,
this sweet
like
swoop. Yeah.
Yeah. And if
it.
you guys take a look
really
at my
cool.
beard, as short, it's really cool. As short as my beard is right now, you can see that I don't have upswept edges, and that's because I blow dry. The moment you use that heated brush and you're not doing it or not holding it in a particular way or whatever, you're going to end up with different problems. They're not huge and unfixable, but they are different issues, and you're going to end up asking about that as well or having issues with that. Liz, we got a question?
Yeah, well, I saw a comment just saying how good your beard is growing back in. So the people.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
you too, Ryan.
I'm in a competition with Ryan. Yeah, him and I, we're duking
Who's
it out.
winning? Somebody.
Look, anytime you're bearded, you're winning. So I think that's no one would argue that point in the comments. Sturgis butter coming up 4 ounce. Terrence, thank you, man. Thanks for jumping in the live stream, and I appreciate you, man. Sturgis will not be coming in a 4 ounce. We do have it in of course, the 2 ounce variety. You guys, just buy 2. That's all I can tell you, because this stuff is really
because it's gonna go.
Yeah, it's almost gone.
I mean, we already
ordered.
We made our order today, and we ordered almost, I think, a dozen.
See, they can evaporate like very quickly. We're close right now, man. We've already, just as a treat to our customers, because we love you guys so much, we re-upped on our oil already. We already sold out of the oil, so we just re-upped. And once this load is gone, that's it. We threw another 150 bottles at it, I believe, 3 cases. So when they're gone, it's gone. So definitely get you a couple.
It's going to be a leather memory.
That's right. That's right. And speaking of memory, Ryan flashed us a little bit earlier something really incredible. There's a great story. You gotta tell them. You gotta show them, Ryan.
So, I mean, I think we're talking about this story. There's so many stories that go on before we go live. I just said that I was busy. You said, how busy are you at work? And I said, so busy, I forgot to give myself a beard trim. So I did it real quick today, like in between clients, because I literally came on directly from a client. And I said that I didn't even have time to cut my own hair, which I typically do. And I said I only got half of it, just the good half that goes right on YouTube. So I got this half. And then if I turn it... I got a party in the back. And then my staff was like, are you literally doing that? And I was like, nobody's going to see, but now all of you.
This is the level of dedication. Yeah, the level of dedication that Ryan has for anything. He jumps all in. So
say yes to everything, even if you don't have time.
I literally, you guys are in for a treat this Friday, which is tomorrow. Shoot.
Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, tomorrow at 8 a.m. we have our podcast that we did with Ryan. He's episode number 11. That podcast will hit tomorrow morning, and you guys can listen to us talk about life, entrepreneurship, being a boss also, as he is. Being a boss. But yeah, super excited for that, and so look out for that, you guys, tomorrow.
Okay, love this question right here. This says, hey Ryan, I will become a registered barber in the spring of 2022. Congratulations. What is the biggest piece of advice you would give to me during my time in barber school?
Wow.
Just one piece of advice.
Yeah, I know. I could write a book with advice. And hopefully you take this into account. Like, really, truly take this, because this nugget will save your life. 1 is work hard. Number 2 is say yes to every opportunity. if you have opportunities arise, you have to say yes to them to figure out if that's where you're supposed to be. There's so many opportunities in like barber school that you don't take because of fear. And this is what we talk about in the podcast, actually. We talk about overcoming fear and what's on the other side, which is growth. And my advice is in barber school, take as many clients as you can, even if there's something you've never done before, which, I mean, some people go into barber school and they've had some experience. When I went to school, I had zero experience. I've never really picked up a brush or whatever before that. And you have to put yourself out there. So when you're talking, I was lucky enough, I was a bartender for 15 years. So I literally, when I went into hair school a little bit later, and I was at the bar. So I made myself business cards. This was back in the day when social media wasn't even like huge yet. And I made myself business cards and I gave them to literally everybody. And that's the most important thing you can do, because it's the law of numbers in barber school. You only have so many clients coming in, and a ton of barbers are all trying to get at them. So you have to make yourself stand out, and you have to say yes to every opportunity, even if you're scared. I mean, and in barber school and hair school, you're not going to be fantastic out of the gate. So don't expect to be the best right in the beginning, because there's so much learning to do that you almost miss all of the learning if you're trying just to be the best, because you're not going to be. So take all that learning in and absorb it and learn as much as you can while you're there.
That's awesome, Ryan. And I remember being in beauty school, and it was so intimidating taking clients.
Sure.
But I mean, if you are going to mess up, do it while you're in school. So like that advice, take as much as you can. I mean, I love that. I wish I would have done more. I know that there were things that I said no to because I was scared, but it's like, why not do it when you're learning and you've got instructors around and people that assist you?
And guess what? You're paying for it. You're paying to be there. So take that in. I think one of our mutual friends, Stacy, who owns a salon, we were talking about like how much each hour was, and it's like $13 to $15 per hour that you're paying to be there. So it's like, if you think about just throwing $15 an hour out into a garbage can without taking something out of it, then that's what you're doing with your money. So don't do that. Say yes to everything, get as many clients from that, and talk about hair with everybody. Tell everybody that you're a barber.
I think that's super sound advice. And I would also say get involved. Like, get involved in some communities. If you like, for instance, beards. I'll just throw beards out there. It's an easy one for me. But,
good choice.
Get involved in those communities and become the guy that people go to for this kind of thing. You know, either finding your niche, maybe also, Ryan, or just social. Just build your social as well. Not for throwing up cuts and all this kind of stuff. You know, build up your reputation as a human being first. Also, that's really important. The more likable you are, the more I'm apt to sit in your chair. And I'm just talking from the customer side of things. My wife, I've been with her so long. We were dating while she was in beauty school, and I was her guinea pig. She used to, like, the back of my neckline back here. There was one time where she literally cut it into the reading rainbow. So I'm telling you, I have had all kinds of experiences. But my wife right now, what she does works absolute magic. It's just part of the journey. It's part of the dance. And with Liz saying, go ahead, this is your time to make mistakes, I think obviously you're not intentionally going to do that, but you're going to do it as mistakes happen, like how accidents happen. But don't be down on yourself. Don't let that kill your fire. Don't even let that kill your fire for your next client or the one that was just in your chair. Use it as fuel that you learned something from that experience. It's not supposed to feel good when you mess up. It's not supposed to feel good. And that's where you get your lesson from. That's where you learn. It's also not supposed to feel good to have a rainbow cut in the back of your head. and you still remember it
But guess what?
45,000
It
years
looks
later.
good, like this cut. Party in the
Dude,
back.
I will remember this live stream until I'm old,
I'm glad.
decrepit, and 1 foot on a banana peel and 1 in the grave. So I'm super excited for that. We got another one, Liz.
This one's for you, Mike. How did you come out with the idea of creating beard butter?
So this is really a great question. It came from like an amalgamation of a need and a product we already had created. So we have our oil-based pomade, which we're kind of reformulating in terms of like ingredient levels. We can hear you, Ryan. So when you're whispering, I totally heard what you said. I'm just kidding.
I didn't.
I'm kidding.
I asked for a water. I'm stuck in my office. I'm like, can I get a water? Thank you.
All you do is this: you get one of these spray bottles.
Oh, gross.
Anybody want a cat?
The pomade. Yes, everybody wants a cat. But we took the pomade, which was this much stiffer product and a higher volume of beeswax, and I wanted to formulate it in a way where we could use something like this that has a light to medium hold, but is so heavily nourishing for the beard. It helps soften the hair and everything else. So if you look at the ingredients on our beard butter, it has everything our oils have. Every single one of those oils are put in appropriate portions in terms of that ingredient list within the butter. So you're getting the power of Detroit Grooming Company oil and the plant power contained therein, with the added bonus of olive oil, shea butter, coconut oil. You're getting more in this jar, and I'll show you right here. This is obviously my favorite. Anybody who knows anything at all about me knows this is my favorite. And I run through one of these a month, a 4-ounce jar of beard butter, because I'm using it different times. Sometimes I try to trick my beard up and I use it later at night. But the idea was to have something hyper nourishing, and butter. We just wanted to call to that ancient ingredient, shea butter, that's been used for 10,000 years or more, predates history, and only grows in one place. The shea nut grows in Africa. It's the only place in the whole world these plants grow, and that's why you get this richness, this rich yellow color. A lot of folks think that comes from beeswax. It doesn't. Beeswax, even really rich beeswax, when you melt it down and apply it with different ingredients like oils that are actually yellow, like kind of like the logo here or even the one on my shirt, it's more of a stark yellow, where these are like, this is much deeper, and that's the shea butter that's giving that. That's the unrefined shea butter that's giving that quality. So how we came up with it is I took the pomade that already existed, that we had built such a great foundation on for folks. It was an old school oil-based pomade, and worked the ingredients and moved them around and included new ingredients we had never used before, for an amazing product that is now, I mean, it's worldwide famous, popular, award-winning, the whole bit. So, and the first beard butter on the market anywhere. So,
and it's amazing.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much.
I think we should pause right now because it's already 7:35, and I think we need to do a giveaway. What do you guys think?
Let's do it.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Let's do it. So we're going to ask a question, right, Mike?
Thank you, NBRKN down here. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Sir or miss, whatever. Yes.
Okay, we're going to ask a question about what we've been talking about. I'm just going to throw one out there. Wait, Mike, explain the rules. It's like I know there's like a lag.
The first
from where
one.
we're coming from.
Yeah, the internet is going to prioritize your comment, not us. We have nothing to do with it. You can see the flow of the chat. Everybody knows how this works if you've ever been in any of Dancy's videos, or anyone else who has any kind of anybody in there, in terms of volume of human beings. So the internet's going to prioritize your answer, not us, and that makes it completely fair. So Liz is going to ask a question. First person to get it right in the comments, you get a
$25 gift card.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, I totally forgot to think about this while we were talking, but I got a good one. It should be super easy.
Okay.
What was Ryan's favorite hair product?
Ooh, tricky.
Good call. Are they answering? I'm not answering that.
No, Ryan, don't answer.
I already know.
Ryan, no.
I know that.
You don't get the gift card.
Oh, my
Ryan, you just won a gift card.
While we're waiting for them to answer, No BS Beard, I think his comment or his question, he had a question for me, my favorite clippers, which I caught. And my favorite clippers, I'll give you my clippers, trimmers, shavers, because all three of those I think are important. A lot of us will like, ooh, somebody got it.
Camo Cam, the champion.
Camo Cam, that's right. The skullet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's it. It's
sorry,
the skullet.
I clicked the wrong No BS Beard Reviews
Oh,
comment.
did you?
I was supposed to leave this part to Liz, and I just did the thing that I swore I would never do. Sorry, Liz.
Rude.
Liz, you got it right. I'm not touching it.
Favorite. Well, my favorite clippers. I don't like cords anymore. Now that we're going all cordless, I love my wall cordless magic clips. My Andis Pro Lithium T trimmers, and then my shaver is the Andis Pro Foil shaver. Just I like wall stuff and Andis stuff. I can't pick one. I use them all. And then I have like every clipper under the sun in my toolbox, but those are my go-tos.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. I put it back up, Liz. I set the universe back in order. I put
Matt
Camo
Mudd
Cam.
has come home, baby.
Yeah. And I love it over here in the comments. We had Billy Rogers, which is great. Great dude. He put really Camo comes out of retirement. I have not seen him. He used to win contests all the time. And now that he's come back, he's just stealing contest wins from other people.
Killing it.
Camo Cam, my man, send me an email, mike@detroitgrooming.com with as soon as you send me that email, I was going to say with your email. How about that for not making any sense? As soon as you send me the email, I'll have it, and we'll send you the digital gift card, and you can go shopping for delicious goods or other delicious goods or other. I can go all day. I brought a bunch
all
of
day.
All day.
I got my whole kit here too. If you guys need me to Vanna.
We got ready.
Sanitizer in case you guys.
That is, you better flip that around, man. We don't need to be flashing other brands on here.
Cool fall breeze.
Cool fall breeze. Is there any other kind of breeze?
Yeah.
But no, that's a great answer with the wall. And I know there are a lot of or Andis. There are a lot of popular brands out there. So
sure,
it gets really confusing. I will say, like, if you're a home use kind of guy, though, if you're not on the the professional level, you don't want to spend that kind of loot. But a lot of these are actually inexpensive, right? I wanted one of those Andis foil shavers because it's like $60 or something like that on Amazon.
Yeah, right.
But I just want it to clean up. Those things they work so well. So
I know.
But you don't have to spend a whole heck of a lot, right?
Well, we can touch on that a little bit because a lot of people, they'll look at like this Norelco. I mean, I don't know the big brands, Braun. They're like $200 for this one all-in-one clipper. Well, it's like $200 for all these products, and these are professional tools that I use. So you get your Andis shaver, which is like $60. I think the Pro Foil or the Pro Lithium T trimmer is like, I think $60 or $70, and then the other ones maybe $90 or $100. So, but these things are gonna last. They all have lithium-ion batteries. They're all gonna last years. If you're not doing it professionally, I'm using these tools like 12 hours a day. So, a normal person is gonna use it 10 minutes a day, or that once a month when they're trimming up, or once every 2 weeks. So those things are going to last them probably like 10 years, 20 years.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I mean, you never know. You have a kid and they end up wanting to get into barbering. You already got a sweet setup going. So you got that. But I mean, for home use, a lot of folks have found great success with brands like Brio. Brio's awesome. The Brio that I have right now, it's the Beardscape, Blackout Beardscape. That one's great for like light touching up. And also, you can get a lot deeper with the Brio. You can use it, a lot more, I guess, deeply in your beard trims and haircuts and stuff like that. But for what I use it for, the day I got it, which was like, I would say 5-6 months ago, maybe, I've never had to charge it. I charged it the first time. It's cordless,
That's
but I haven't had to
fantastic.
charge it. I mean, I'm literally using it that infrequently where something like that will last a long time. So you are right. I mean,
What's the price point on something like that?
I think the Beardscape's $100.
Yeah.
But it comes with, it's such a nice setup. All the guards, all the good stuff. You know, you got your half sizes and all that. And there's a 0 blade attachment for it right now. And that's what I use to clean up my cheek line, to hit my eyebrow right here. Obviously,
Do you
when
give
you go
yourself
in,
the vanilla ice in your eyebrow?
oh yeah, bro. That's me. I do that. See that? See that?
It's
That's
not
me.
the vanilla ice, it's the mic.
It's the mic ice.
Gotcha. I think he had 2 lines anyway.
Oh shoot! Hold on. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I'd never do 2 lines, but it's here. I was teasing before November when I trimmed my my beard off. The teaser was every live stream I was on, I'd bring out the Brio and like hold it super close to my beard. People would be sweating. I was sweating too, man. My beard was sweating. Jeff Poirier, great question. What is solid cologne? I happen to have one right here. This is our Corktown Special Edition. This was for the John Wick movie. We did solid colognes for the staff and the actors and actresses on the set. So this was a special edition. Now, if you got a red box, you got one of these. I'm pretty sure I threw one in.
Lucky you.
Yeah. Well, this one's yours, Ryan. I only used half of it.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I'm just kidding. I got a brand new one if you want it. But solid cologne, and this one is brand new out of the lab, but I did use some of it tonight. But solid cologne is basically cologne that does not require alcohol, so you don't have to spray it on you. You don't have the negative effects of alcohol. And the other ingredients in here are actually good for your skin. So if you're putting it on like your wrists, you're doing it on your neck, you're doing it in your elbows, wherever you put the hot spots are on you, it retains the scent longer than spray cologne, and no alcohol. So it's an old school option, if I can say that. It's definitely a throwback thing to use a solid cologne, and not a lot of companies have them. And actually, even us, with our packaging, we have some really cool packaging coming for these guys here. So, and we got more to come on the solid cologne side of things, because I see it making a good solid comeback, and we want to be on the tip of the spear, of course.
I love solid cologne, to be honest.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I've been using it for years, pretty much since we opened the shop. And I think that it travels well.
It does.
Packs a punch, right? You get this much, and this will last you. That'll outlast a bottle of cologne, and it fits
easily
in your pocket. Well, I mean, it would be a little warm in my pocket, but
it
would be well.
It'd be warm in mine. I'm gonna extract a little bit just so you can see the consistency here. That's all you really need. That's it. And you just warm it up between your fingers until it disappears. It's kind of like butter in that way. And then you put it on your spots. You're good to go. Now somebody's gonna kick the door down in a second that really likes Corktown, so I better put it away. Get the raid.
This question I love for you, Ryan. If you could give a cut to any person in the world, dead or alive, who'd you want sitting in your barbershop chair?
Oh
man. I love it. I love it.
So,
dead or alive?
That's good. I don't know if I could choose just one, because I'm like such a history exploration like buff, like, you know, space. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson would be freaking awesome to have in my chair, and he's alive. But so would Galileo. So would Einstein. Plus, he had some crazy wild beard hair and hair to tame. So that would be fun too. So it's like, what do I go for? Like knowledge or how bad their hair is?
How about the most famous beard of all, like Jesus, man?
Oh, Jesus, he's a good one.
Something to think about.
Hair.
Yeah, no pressure.
Or straight up Zeus too.
Oh, that's, you know what? Straight up. I mean, we're talking about trimming God's beards. That's pretty sweet.
Right. Yeah.
Mike, would you guys ever do a oud scent in an oil? We've messed around a little bit with oud, but not enough. When it came out on the market for the beard community, there was this huge rush into oud, just like there was a huge rush into a lot of these different aspects of the beard game. And as great as it would be to mix it up with some of our scents, I think I need to give it like time to kind of like build into a product. And there's a lot of thought that goes into some of our stuff. Some of our stuff is like, dang, we should make this into an X, and then we do it, and it smells great, and it works great, and we launch. But some stuff like scent, like something specifically about scent, that really takes a little bit. Takes a little time. We have a scent we're sitting on like literally right now that has lit the whole lab on fire. Liz knows all about it too.
This is my favorite.
But guess what? It's not out. It's not available for general consumption because it has to be treated correctly. So we want to give it the best launch we possibly can. So
you guys don't even know. We've had this scent since like mid 2020, I would say.
Yeah. Yep.
It's been a while that we've had it, and
you guys sound like you're barbers keeping secrets, because barbers and hairstylists are known to keep the best secrets. Anyway,
they're notorious.
They go to the grave, man.
They don't keep it all, man. My wife, when she gets home, she's like, "You should hear what Cindy said." But no, that doesn't happen. I'm kidding you.
Yeah, don't
guys.
You call her out on that, man. You're supposed to be able to talk to your partner.
No, I'm 100% lying. She actually purposely doesn't share anything about her clients with me because she doesn't want me looking at her clients in a negative or positive light. She just wants me to look at them as though they are her clients. So she's really good about that, man, because it would be hard for me. It would be super hard for me.
Because you would see them and automatically judge them or be judgy, or not trying to be, but like, they're human.
They are just like us. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, Liz. I didn't see the thing you just posted up there. Did you took it down already?
I'm so sorry. Oh, no. You guys, if I missed your questions, I apologize. I've never done this before. I'm just trying to keep up here.
You're doing a great job. And I saw that Vato said that asked if black was a cologne scent. I want to throw this out there. We did it in a liquid cologne. We did it in a solid cologne. Right now, the solid cologne is sold out. But again, we're looking to sell through our solid cologne so we can move into that new packaging. So you might not see black for a few months here as a cologne. Look, she totally pinned. I can't believe this.
She is. She's always killing it.
Thank you, Kyle and Joe, or Kyle or Joe.
And what about Ryan and me? We're OG complimenting you.
I mean, look at the shirts. We have matching shirts. It's got to count for something.
Yeah, it's got to count.
And this wasn't planned. Well, I literally came on, and you're like, "Oh my god,
you guys have the same haircut Ryan does." No, I'm just kidding. Would that not be the most?
That would be pretty slick. Both of us just,
just rock out our skullets. Yep.
Skullet.
Yep. Dude, that thing's gonna look sick in about 6 months.
It is.
And if you guys,
it catches on.
I mentioned it will. I mentioned the podcast a little bit earlier. We do have episode 10 out right now. Kevin Bagola from Bridge Street Exchange, who runs Mullet Champs USA. You guys got to check that out on Instagram. Dude, he's an awesome guy. Yeah. But I fully expect you to grow that skullet in so you can compete in the Mullet Champ USA competition.
Oh man, my girlfriend's
something to think about,
but she's gonna love it. She's
not even gonna.
She has something to grab onto. Like, oh my god,
bro, she's not even gonna see it like 98% of the time. Just don't turn around.
Yeah, until it's peeking out the bottom and all that majestic flow.
You mean when the party spills out on the street? Because that's what that.
Oh man!
All right, we got a question for moi.
For Liz.
For me. Liz, do you have a favorite product based on how you've seen it work? 100%. It's the beard butters. I use this stuff like lotion. I don't even use lotion anymore. I literally rub beard butter everywhere before I go to bed. My cats love the 313 scent. I guess it tastes real good. They just lick my arms when I put it on. But yeah, the beard butters are incredible for when I do pedicures, when I my cuticles are dry. Beard butter, hands down. I'm a believer, y'all. It's the best.
And big time,
That's
if
awesome.
you're also in the hair game too, I use the beard like Liz does on my hands at night.
So,
Oh
yep.
my gosh. And my dog loves it too.
I want to just run down real quick. There's a couple of these questions here real quick. I'm just going to run right through them because I didn't even realize, dude, it's already almost 8 o'clock. We definitely got to do another giveaway still.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
We could talk forever.
We could do this for 6 hours. Real quick, I saw Kinsman said he needs one of these black and yellow shirts. Bro, I got you. It's coming. It's coming. But again, we sport some of this stuff for a little while before we release it because we want to see like how much people really like something, especially when it comes to apparel, before we order a handful of them to get them on the site. So I would say it's coming. Let's keep the interest level up on these shirts. Another one that I saw in here was about the colognes. Are the cologne scents stronger smelling than the butters and oils by a factor of 10? Yes, they are. So this little guy right here packs more punch than you'd get in a 2-ounce or 4-ounce jar of Corktown, let's say, so we can apples and apples. But it's intended to do so. It's intended to be a fragrance. It's intended to be fragrant heavy. We take our balance very seriously. We follow IFRA guidelines when it comes even to the solid colognes, that it's a certain percentage of what's inside that jar. So it is punchier. It is louder. But I wouldn't go around just using this in your beard. It is literally made as a fragrant product. It's made for cologne. So I just wanted to knock those couple questions out.
That was good.
Okay, very good.
Another one here, Beard Talk, Kyle and Joe. I'm sorry, Liz.
No, go.
No, the mechanic shirt, double XL, again, looking here in the near future. So we'll have those in the near future. So.
Okay, you guys want to do another giveaway?
Word, yes. Big time.
All right, but one of you have to come up with the question now because I've been trying to keep up with the comments and pin them and keep up with the conversation. I need some help here.
Okay, here's one. What is Liz's favorite beard butter?
Did I say?
You might have.
You sure did. You sure did. You even said that your cats cook with it or something. I don't remember.
That's what they do.
They put it on their toast.
That's what they do. They put it on their toast. Absolutely.
Hey, Sam.
All right.
See, we got right answers.
I think it was Logan. Weirick.
I think you're
You
right.
got it, Logan. 313 all the way.
You guys throw him a
Nice job,
congrats.
Logan.
Yeah, pat him on the back. Pat Camo Cam. Tell Camo Cam congratulations. Logan, email me, mike@detroitgrooming.com, so I have your email, and I'll get you that digital gift card as early as this evening. Depends on how I feel when I get off, if I feel generous. I'm just kidding. Honestly, do a giveaway for you guys. Ryan, real quick, you said say yes to everything. I had a story real quick. It's a short one. I got in touch with with one of our barbershops that's out in, I think it was Nebraska. One of their biggest supporters was this guy Callisto, and he wrestles for the WWE. He's coming to Detroit. He doesn't have a barber. He needs to get ready for the show, and he's the guy who wears
that's
the
amazing.
mask. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't know if anybody could do it. So I was like, yes, I have a barber. I have the perfect barber for you. I mean, it was a scramble. I must have messaged a dozen people to see if they were available. I got folks telling me, for who? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, like, it doesn't matter.
You got a job.
Yeah, exactly. And it was, and it was like we had to drive out to the Detroit Metro Airport, meet him in his hotel room. No one is. He's like Batman. No one has seen his actual face. So when we walked in, he had his mask on, and he's like, "All right, this is like something you guys got to keep on the DL. No pictures without my mask on, etc." Pulls his mask off. Very handsome guy, Callisto, if you're watching. Guy's got millions of followers. Throws us up all over his Instagram. He's so proud, so happy, and he's taking these products. And sometimes I'll just get a random shout out on IG. But I thought, man, if I said, sorry, I don't really I don't know if I can make this happen. I would have never had that really cool experience where I got to meet this guy who loves Ninja Turtles, and he's my age, and he's in the ring slinging dudes around,
Right.
like it's nothing. So that
How
you
awesome.
guys find a way. I say yes a lot, and then I build the road as I'm
There you
walking
go.
it.
That's what you
Yeah.
got to do. Always.
Yeah.
You find a way to do it. Just like
Yeah.
if you didn't say yes to your dream of making, beard butter and all that stuff, like you would have never, you said no to a certain opportunity, and you're not going to be able to make that happen.
That's true. It's very true.
I wouldn't be here if I said no to all kinds of things. Like I was lucky enough to open a shop.
I'm glad you're here, Ryan. Honestly,
Me too.
I'm glad you're here.
Ryan.
We need good dudes like you, for sure. Good human beings. Who's my favorite Ninja Turtle? Camel Cam. You couldn't have asked a better question. It's definitely Leonardo, and it's again the whole.
You and me are brothers,
dude. We are, bro. We already figured out. We did the DNA thing. We're all set. But yes, definitely Leonardo, leader of the team, but a leader who makes mistakes, owns up to them, helps his team achieve what they need to. In fact, the song at the beginning, and I only have this fresh in my mind because I have a 6-year-old, but it says, Leonardo, the leader in blue, he'll do anything to see his ninjas through. And you all are my ninjas, and I'm going to see you through. And Liz is disgusting.
She's touching me. Is that a tear?
Yes.
I see her crying.
Yeah, we can permanently get it tattooed on the cheek here. Abu Zayad. Yes, Orchard Lake is coming back. Yeah, it's a summertime scent, so look for that in a limited edition.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
For sure. Well, let's do we already did a stinking giveaway, didn't we, Liz? We did both of them.
Yeah, we did.
Yay.
That's it.
You just want to keep going, Mike?
Let me tell you what. Ryan is going to pick his favorite product, one of his favorite products, and he's going to give it away to somebody here in the comments. But Ryan also has to come up with the question as well.
Oh, okay. So this is perfect because I was thinking about this now, and I was like, did we ever announce the company that I work for?
No.
Oh my gosh.
We skipped over my intro because we started talking because we were so comfortable. Right.
Just blow. That was right.
So I was like, I don't know if we ever told anybody.
I'll leave.
Slowly backs away.
Yeah. I am so sorry. This is Ryan Dideker. That was Ryan Dideker. He is the owner and founder of Forefathers Grooming, and they're right down the street from the lab. But Ryan's going to tell you more about himself, and I'm going to clip this and put it at the front of the video. I'm kidding.
Oh,
it's a live stream. I can't do it.
Who knows? I didn't know how good you were at video editing.
Bro, I'm gonna fill in. I'll put everything down in the description because again, this video will live forever on YouTube. So we want people to know exactly who you are, where they can find you, and that is my huge mistake. So I apologize, but
we're human. They're gonna know that you're human and you're not, all encompassing and perfect. Like I believe you are.
Dang. Like I believe you are.
Well, and a couple.
Go ahead, Todd.
A couple people knew already, Ryan, that you own Forefathers. They must have been paying attention to all of our little posts we've been putting on social media.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We had some media. So and
Ryan, email.
Yeah.
We did an email, like 15,000, 20,000 people on our email list.
I love that.
So chances are likely.
Dude, I literally thought I peaked in high school, and I'm way cooler now.
This is it right now.
Yeah.
Mark the calendar. Today, Ryan.
Yeah, I peak now. This is it. But
I'm so sorry, man.
No worries. Yeah, we'll go into it real quick. Real rundown. Ryan Dideker. I'm from Sterling Heights, Michigan originally, and then now I just have a business here, which I'm lucky to have. I am so thankful for our community that has supported us through all kinds of craziness with the pandemic, and within my business for the first 8 months, my front entrance was closed because they were doing construction. So, and I was like, I didn't plan for this at all. But yeah, we've been in business for 3.5 years now in Sterling Heights, called Forefathers Grooming. I've been a hairstylist for around 10 years. 10 years. Wow, a decade. A
Big time.
decade, like next month, I think.
That's big time.
And
Which is crazy.
I think I've got like 5 years on you, Ryan. So
Yeah, that's because you're so wise. You have it all in there.
It's the measurement of wisdom. It really is.
So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I love doing hair. I love educating. That is by far my passion, is educating others and making sure that they're successful, and then making other people believe in themselves. That's also one of my favorites. So yeah, let's get this last giveaway, right? I'm supposed to. Who am I picking? But I have to ask a question. You guys are going to ask the question. I'm going to pick the winner.
I'm going to have you ask the question. You are the special guest, and the heavy is the head that wears the crown. And today, the crown is on your head, sir. On your skull.
Oh, that's our symbol too. Double F.
love it.
Okay, so we didn't talk about this, but
Ask it anyways.
yeah, I mean,
he's like, what's
we
my
all
favorite
got
color?
Google. We all got Google. Does anybody know where?
Yeah.
What's the address of Forefathers? No. How long have we been open? Forefathers Grooming. Who's first?
I don't know why Liz raised her hand. I'm not sure. Liz, you can't participate.
Liz, you're a cheater.
Sorry.
You're a cheater. Let's give him a little moment to answer. If I can just highlight this one by Detroit Grooming Products and love them, the best of the best. And oh, the lady, well, I did not expect that. But let's see here.
Easy on the ice.
How is it that anyone knows how long you have been open? How is it that anyone would know that?
Because I literally just said it in my intro.
I know.
I'm totally
kidding. I know.
Okay.
Your intro that was actually the outro.
About Mike or outro? Yeah, it's our outro.
Yeah, it's our outro. All right, do you see it in here, Ryan?
Yeah, I did. You popped it up and then it went away. Oh, it's 8 years. That was a good guess. That's coming out of left field, but good try, Jason.
Coming out of left field.
Yeah. Oh, Brian G was the first one with 3.5 years.
All right.
Brian G. It looks like Brian G is a bearded gentleman as well. So hats off to you.
Look at that beautiful beard, man. Yeah. Dude,
yeah, that's more
Brian
majestic.
G, send me an email.
Thank you, Brian.
It's not going to be more majestic than your skullet.
Yeah. Or my beautiful Amish beard, because I can't grow this right here.
Look, man, I like your beard. Your beard actually suits your face very well.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's actually not an easy. Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. Look at mine. Just send me an email. Any winners? Send me an email to mike@detroitgrooming.com. I just threw it down there. Mike@detroitgrooming.com. Send me an email, and then I'll send you a gift card. That one was Ryan's pick. Ryan, are there any parting words that you'd like to? Not that this is the last time I'll ever talk to you, but
yeah, right.
You're a man chock full of wisdom. Of course, you do a lot of reading, studying. You really went headfirst into this entrepreneur life, not serial entrepreneurship, but that you care. You love your business. You love your profession. You're very passionate about it. It bleeds off onto your employees. It bleeds off onto your customers. Is there something you want to express, given this platform, to say something about maybe Forefathers or your journey or something to help others?
One thing I think that everybody could do more of is have empathy. Have empathy for each other. We all don't know what people are going through, regardless of their background, their creed, anything. Have empathy for each other. Love each other, man. It's crazy to me how much we forget that we're all neighbors, we're all friends, we all brothers and sisters. Care about each other. I think that is if people had more empathy, we would be in a much lovelier place. And when you see somebody on the street, wave. That's my favorite thing to do to anybody. My girlfriend makes fun of me all the time because we're in the car and I'll wave. Just wave.
I love it.
And I'm like, And she's like, well, did you know that person? No, I didn't know that person. But guess what? They're going to think about that all day. And they're going to be like, dude, did I know that person? That guy waved to me. And so all of a sudden they're going to have a good day, right? So that's definitely some advice.
Yeah, that's big time, man. And you're right. In this time right now, especially, like I can't say enough. There's a lot of divisiveness.
Divisiveness.
Basically, there's stuff splitting us all apart. And be the glue that binds, because they're
such a good one.
It's really important. I think what you said is exactly, it hits the nail on the head for our times. And it's not just the pandemic or the political discourse or anything else. This has been brewing for some time. Again, not just the pandemic, but the political stuff and everything else. Look, it's one-to-one. We're human beings. We all deserve at least that empathetic, quality from our brothers and sisters here as well. And the whole world benefits. It's crazy how someone could be having such a rough day, and one word can change that and make it better for them. So you did it right, Ryan. You said you had the right answer.
Well, thank you. I don't have many right answers, but I have answers.
That one did just fine. Do you have anything else, Liz? Anything else you want to highlight or talk about?
No, just thank you everybody for coming out. That was a
lot
of fun.
I can't
believe, this is the second time this week I got to hang out with you guys. We did our podcast Monday. Here we are again.
And we like cruised. I mean, what are we at? An hour and 11 minutes. Plus we were on like 10 minutes prior. Plus like we got this whole week. I feel like we're family already, but I still love you guys.
And Ryan,
we're the family.
I'll be
the family you got to pick. We were talking about that.
That's right.
Yeah, I huge shout out to all the folks who hopped in here tonight, and to you if you're watching this at some other date and time. Some of the principles that we talked about here. Yeah, these are evergreen principles. Things like empathy don't go away just because the live stream ends. Loving everybody, spreading that love, and appreciating each other doesn't go away just because the live stream ends. So whenever you're watching this, thank you very much for your support. And big shout out to Ryan. Ryan, thank you so much for hopping on. Thanks for being literally thank you for being yourself, because that is a big deal. And again, you don't get a reputation like you have, not being as good of a person through and through like you are.
Thank you.
Will you be doing
so thank you. You guys are so kind, always.
Yes. Yeah, everybody make sure you leave, pass along some love to Ryan. Let him know, he answered a lot of questions. And I would love to have you back on, man, and do this and maybe even a little bit longer. We talked about the podcast too. Like we could keep this going for some time to do something a little bit longer form. I think customers and folks just generally fans of just, the world we exist in are going to really enjoy stuff we talk about. But whether or not I'll do this weekly, I don't know. Right now, like I just basically locked in the fact of doing a podcast and recording every Friday and dropping it the following week. Like you can ask Liz. It's been an interesting thing to try to lock in a time and stay on that time because things are so crazy being a business owner. And I think this man right here can attest to that as well.
Yeah. But I think we should do it every week at the shop. You and me, Mike.
That's it. Let's do it.
You got nothing going on, man.
Maybe I can practice on your skullet. Maybe you let me trim your skullet up.
Yes. I give you a haircut that's perfect, and you give me the haircut that's perfect for me.
Yup, it's perfect. And then one more shout out, if I could do so, was for Liz. Thank you so much, Liz. You did a great job tonight, and I know your skills are obviously only going to get better over time on pulling up these comments. And look at the major mistake I made the most major mistake that you could possibly make, which is telling no one who this guy is. This guy.
Not introducing your guest at all.
Talk to him for 2.5 hours and no one even knows who he is.
It's like, who is this guy who just hopped on here?
How about this? If you guys don't know about Ryan,
I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Right. Well, thanks again, you guys. We will definitely see you guys next time. I'd love to do this again with Ryan, and then I'd love to do it again just in general. So I really appreciate you guys hopping in, all your support. Thank you very much. Don't forget to follow Forefathers on Instagram. Ryan, please give out your socials so folks can follow you.
Social for the shop at Forefathers Grooming, Forefathers Grooming, and then my personal is at dapper.deeds, DEEDS.
Liz, if you want to give yours as well.
Detroit Grooming _Liz. I'm gonna get real close like Ryan did, just to make sure you guys got that.
Everybody get close. Let's fill this screen.
Mine, if you see
I'm
this right here,
this. Yeah.
mine is Detroit Grooming _Mike. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful weekend and many blessings. I don't know what to say at the end, so I'm just going to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love